It's Guilty Gear night, and I lack light. Oh man. Alright. A little bit of a warning today. Recently got ink done. Big bandage on my result. I lack a little ability. I don't know how it's going to affect how I play. It's something I'm going to be dealing with. Not a big deal, I don't think. I think we can just get right into it. What do you say? Also, the thumbs are not going to be as easily identifiable as they usually are. I sort of forgot to take care of it. Anyway, world's on fire. Let's play fucking Guilty Gear.
Welcome.
Let's see if we can set up a game, match, whatever, man. I hope everybody's having a better Thursday than, others.
Are you ready?
Okay. While since I played against Leo. It is an actual 8th floor Leo, so it might be a little bit tougher than most of my matches. Also the first match of the day on the 8th floor. I didn't know we stayed on the 8th floor last time. I thought I was getting my 7th floor warm-up. Like I usually do. Signs of my skill or lack there. Okay. Oh, we're both wearing the peachy colors. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. We are roasty. Whoops. That was poorly timed burst. Oh, he tried to get a counter. He got a hit in there, but didn't stop the super. Uh-oh. Ah. I had a turn in there that I didn't take. Oof. What was that noise? Oh, we lost the camera. Okay. We'll fix that after match. Not going well. That's fine. First match of the night. It's to be expected. Oh, bro. Okay, right into it. Oh, right past him. No! Tried that comeback. Tues. I can fix it now. Cool.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh. Come on. Oh, well. Warm-up round's gonna be a tough one today. Come on, again? I have to check on that. How about connecting a fucking attack? Holy shit. Bullshit.
Leo wins. Rating update.
Yeah, there it is. Fucking. Back down to 7.
Move on to the next floor. Welcome.
Empty floor. Try that again.
Welcome.
Better. Now we play the waiting game. Oh! This could be a very bad day. Gotta figure out where I'm gonna be scratching that shoulder now.
Duel 1.
All right.
Let's rock.
Ruh-roh. All right. Slash, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you're having a good night. Welcome to the day where my blocks are not being respected. Or at least my block button. Got to add one of those losses. Tattoo feels weird. And it's definitely affecting my play today. Pressed a button on that. I shouldn't have. What's good has definitely not been my gameplay today. Fuck me. But otherwise, I'm having a pretty good night. I'm enjoying myself. For all the rough games I'm having. I got absolutely stomped by it. What? Did we go through all? Or did he just say no? Oh, he ranked up. Okay. But yeah, like... So effectively my chest has been sliced a bunch today, and there's a big-ass bandage on it, which makes any kind of movement feel weird right now, and of course it tugs on whatever little bit of chest hair I left behind, right? So...
I have this cut right now.
I got something.
Are you ready?
Go! Another Kai. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I waited too long between tattoos. I got this one when I was 23. And I got this other one, I don't know, today. So... Definitely a very different guy as far as... Oh, I kind of deserve that. But in the end, it was worth it. It looks fucking hella good. Put a picture on the Discord in the picture. Oh, come on with this. One can only hope. I'm not going to test that theory. No! No! We take those. We take those. I was a little worried it would too. Oh, nice direction change in midair. Oh, wrong counter attempt. I think he thought he had me on that. I thought he had me on that. And then I just... Right? I thought I was over that. Oh well. Oops. No. Whoops. Almost through that one. So, I was thinking Amber's can't stream tomorrow. Plan was to stream, but she can't. So I was thinking of rolling out King of Fighters. But that is, yeah. Yeah. She really wants to stream too, but can't say no to the extra money. So I'm probably gonna do some King of Fighters. Is this them or me? I do have to get through some tutorial stuff on it during my lunch break. Because I gave a little bit of story mode a try, and I need work on that one. But mostly to figure out how they want me to string together combos.
Are you ready?
Because like it's one thing where it's like I know how to play a fighting game, but I don't know how to play that fighting game. And it definitely feels more Street Fighter than say this one. Like this one has Street Fighter elements. Whoops. Didn't get punished for that. Yeah, no, he okay. No! That's what I was trying to do. Whoops! He was still alive. Oh, okay. The old Nago catch. He just needs one. Actually, most characters in this game just need one. Alright. Yeah, this camera is really being a pain in my ass today. I think that USB port is having its own set of issues. Damn. That was close. Yeah, I guess he didn't want anything to do any more of that. I get it. It can get frustrating sometimes when you... Let us fix the camera here. Okay. So what I think... I would love to know what's causing me to bump the wire quite so often. Oh, I think I see what's going on. Whoa! Oh, Kai's back. Yeah, or could just be frustrated.
Let's rock. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh! Fuck! One dropped input, that's all that took.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Second kid. Oh. Ah! Uh-oh. Bad attempt there. Have a good night. See you in the morning. Love you too. That's what I was trying to do off of the glass.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Yeah, that's something I've been trying to implement more and more. I know you showed me in that tutorial video.
Eno wins.
Yeah, it's been specifically this opponent. Oh my god, my controller just shut off on its own. That was scary. It's like, what happened if that was the middle of the match? I don't think the game wants me to play against this guy. This is the second time he's tried to match up with me. At least a guy that's dressed like that. Oh boy, Axel.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
I like it when you call me cute names. I am missing all sorts of things. Aww. The terms of endearment are real. Uh-oh. God, the clothesline. I was fucking wrecking my shit right now. Ah, fuck. I saw the flash. It's like, are we gonna go through? No. No, we did not go through.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, the winner of that exchange was winning that match, so. Fuck me.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Fuck. Whew, we take those.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
1-1.
どうしたの？寝たままだ。
Duel 1. Let's rock.
どう？
Oh. Gotta balance that right amount of aggression. Alright, he's reading me on that one. I'm switch it up. Oh, come on. Yes!
どうしたの？寝たまま。
Alright. Yeah. Axel does not like that super.
Are you ready?
Why, hello again. Is it this? Rah. Rah. Why you gotta be that way? Alright. Oh my goodness. So how you doing today, Slash? What were you playing on stream today? Totally forgot to ask when you came in on the raid. You still on Death's Door or? Yeah, Axel is he's the king of social distancing. Oh, really? Nice. How is it? Is it everything you'd hoped for? And is it everything the reviews made it out to be? I think that's the key.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright, fine. Rah. No! That was overkill, but.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
kept his distance. He kept his distance. Ooh. I'm not too proud to know that that was either going to be a. It was like chip or die in that situation. Hey, back to the 8th floor.
Move on to the next floor. Welcome.
Yeah, we started the day on the 8th floor, met a Leo who 3-0'd us, and then we're back to the 7th floor. We obviously didn't do too well last time we were on the 8th floor. So. Come on, there we go. 8th floor, the House of Broken Stations. What the hell? Why are you just staring at me with your fucking hoodie and gray sweatpants? And you trying to make a statement with that outfit? Welcome to the 8th floor. Here's Amelia. Been a while, right, guys? Fuck. Oh, okay. Deep breath. We can do this. Yep. Just like Axel. Catch her and don't let her go.
Let's rock.
Another one I can't neutral that, can I?
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock. Slap.
ブリッジくらいにはなったわ。
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
どこで見るどうリハは終わりどうリハは終わりいいか終わりはじけた
Oh, that ducking dash.
どうこっちがうるせえサッカーもうたまらない
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
こっちがうるせえ我慢しなくていいどこで見る
Badly timed burst. Yeah, okay. Gotta take those. Went low. Couldn't keep. She got a little slippery that round. Got a little slippery. Okay. Ugh.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I put myself in the corner. No!
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Come on. Nope. I think they were trying to get that frame.
3. Let's rock.
That frame of vulnerability in the middle of the super. Got it? Yes, we got it. All right. That was a game of catch. Aggressive catch. Where the winner the person who catches wins. It's like every time they caught me, they won. Every time I caught them, stuff.
Ready?
Hey, Biken. No? Oh, okay. Goldsmith could be. Nope, Melia wants more.
Are you ready?
I don't blame them.
Duel 1. Let's rock. Duel 2. Let's rock. Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock. Slap.
Yep.
ぼーっとしてるから。
Mankind knew.
Okay.
Duel 1.
This is chaos, this fight.
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Oh, what was I thinking?
Slap.
Ooh.
お相手してね。
Almost through again.
Mankind knew that they cannot change. Duel 1.
Okay.
Let's rock.
ここでミュート。ここよ。
Oh.
邪魔。 こ
was the hesitation that helped.
どうサッカーどこ見てるより固くなる電力
Go.
Slap.
素敵なファルセットだった
Is that the same guy? They're the same guy. Then again, you could just build the same avatar anyway. Oh, I should probably get that guy in.
Are you ready?
Oh, this guy's not done with me. This is the third time in a row.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
どこでももっと上手に
Slap.
Ups on that.
Let's rock.
リハは終わりだ
Damn.
Slap.
He's mad.
ぼーっとしてるから
Duel 1. Let's rock.
リーバー
Slap.
Through.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
リハは終わり天国もっと天国どこでもうちがおるさやばどうどこ見てるうちがおるさ
I'll give them respect on the fact that I don't think they quite had the right distance, and they thought they did. I've been there before. I do that a lot in Dark Souls, actually. Oh, I'm far enough away from the attack. Unblocked, undodged. I just opened it up for more. Okay, that was dumb. Oh. Fuck. Doing okay in there, buddy?
時くらいにはなったわ。
Yeah. I was a little worried. It felt like I was about to throw it on that one.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Well, the new art on the titty. Big old scab there now.
Slap. Duel 2.
That was a little sneaky on my part. Yeah, that was a really good round. Built this floor on dead station. Yeah, I'm really starting to work on that resisting touching buttons while I am blocking. Except the double buttons when you're trying to get the extra block out of it. Been trying to look at this entire stream here. That's almost too much Elden Ring spoiler for me, but it's a picture of a donkey. So the first one was a picture of a donkey, and you know how they have those messages where it was like dog, and then there's a picture of a tortoise. You know what? I'm just gonna do it here. This one I like a little bit more. Could this be a horse? And there's a big old tortoise there. uh It's hard, man. Who's up? Who's up? About buttholes? I love this character's name is Bacon and Eggs. Or Bacon and Eggs. Finger Butthole. Okay, Finger Butthole was in Dark Souls 2, at the other Dark Souls games. So I don't think that's too new.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
ここだ欲しいのそうねほば
Oh my god, I got fucking uphill climb here. Yeah, that wasn't happening. I totally wasn't paying attention at the start of the round. 100% my bad on that one. Dodged a bullet there. That reach, man.
Slap.
素敵なファルセットだ
Duel 1. Let's rock. こっちがおるさ
Like that? Thanks for the heads up on that. Ah, fuck.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
おっ
素敵な春
Duel 1. Let's rock.
はい
Damn it! I always feel like myself get caught on that. It was a forward P. The fact that it was an air.
どこでもどこでも終わりどうしたかはい楽になりどこでもはい私が正義ほら
Slap. Duel 2. Let's rock.
プレゼントさせてやられてはじけたさてこっちがどこでも
Okay. They rage quit? Is that what happened? Or they got disconnected. Because like they weren't there when we reconnected to the lobby. Yeah. Server's like, we've had enough of this game. Alright. Where are we at? 26 games so 26 matches? We're gonna go until 11:30, or until I can't stand it anymore. Because we're definitely calling the games like. Sorry, when I say go to 11:30, we're gonna go to 11:30 and do what we usually do: watch some Korea gaming and some kind of Coney story time or whatever. What did we watch last week? We watched... Son of a bitch. That's what I get for bumping the camera. Like, I know we started watching his story times. I'm just trying to remember which one we watched. Did we watch the tournament where they let people bring in their own sets? Or their own setups? Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
Okay. And that's the one we'll watch. We watched the birthday party though, right? We watched that one. Did we not watch the birthday part? We watched the bad things happening to good people tournament. So we didn't watch the birthday party. We didn't watch the Okay. There's lots of good ones then. Lots of good stuff. I love watching his stories. This guy's name is Wet Nightmare. He may be my hero. So I've actually figured out that how to make sure. Well, I have a backup plan to making sure we get to play Elden Ring on Saturday. It should happen for sure. Okay. Zatos are weird. They're all over the place. No. Well, not directly. I don't think I should say it on stream. There it is. But basically, it's supposed to come from one place. It's probably not going to get to that place. So the idea was go to another place, get it from there, and when the one I'm expecting to show up on Tuesday shows up, just return it to that place. Actually, I think I can still cancel my order with the other place, though. Uh-oh. That's good. We're going to call that the desperate measure. Oh, okay. Guess he saw it coming. Forgot Zato could do that.
Move on to the next floor.
That I couldn't do it with both arms. God, it's been a while since I've been up here. Oh, so the 9th floor is exactly like the 8th floor, eh? You know, come to think of it, yeah, I was on a bit of a streak there. Between that Melia, where I was going 2-1 against them, and then I won against the Ram Lethal.
Are you ready?
I think most of it was Amelia, and then yeah, that match with the Zato. That was it, really, right? feels good, man. Feels good. We got up to 9th. What is it? Almost 11. Yeah, it feels really solid. Like, it feels really good. It's funny though. I made an observation while I was learning King of Fighters. While I was messing around with some of the moves. I think I need to play that one on analog stick because there's a lot of curving, like a lot of half circles and whatnot. And especially on supers, I'm not able to execute them very well on D-pad. So I'm going to be playing that one on analog stick. Does anybody know when that Hori PS5 joystick is supposed to come out? It is odd. I'm wondering if they optimized it for that more. What do we got here? Oh.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Thanks for that clip. I like it.
Mankind knew. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Whoops. Okay. Oh, by the way, one thing I have noticed from playing King of Fighters, I owe Biken an apology. Why did I go for a duck on that? What's the matter? Oh man, this Biken's gonna kick my ass. That's fine. Yeah, 9th floor. Sorry. Yeah, Biken is wild compared to, I think, like they range in King of Fighters from like Biken looks fully clothed to like totally conservatively dressed. But that's probably because there's just so many characters out there in the game. Yeah, it has a ton going on. Damn. Whoop.
仇討ち是非なし阿鼻に天のホース千成敗お上の松何とぞよしなに縁何とぞよしな
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Didn't capitalize.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
ほら、
Yep.
仇討ち是非なし阿鼻に天のホース千成敗お上の松何とぞよしなに縁何とぞよしなに
That was a tough matchup. Where are we feeling right? I think one more match to close, to move on to reaction time, video time. Are you dressed like Potemkin and actually playing him?
Are you ready?
Oh no, it's a Kai. I'm less worried about the thumb, more the discomfort in the chest. That's like, because of the discomfort here, even playing good or bad, I'm still kind of like, it's just hitting those frustration points a little bit harder. So, okay. What kind of Anji we got? Got this kind, eh? XP would have helped me on that one.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
「Push the button." At least I recognize it now.
これにて落着
Duel 1. Let's rock.
平らに質緩んだぜ
Can't blame the controller. That's a user error.
ほらよっ
Duel 2. Let's rock.
ってないぜシッツよいしょっとほらよ無人無人あの空か
This Anji's making me look stupid. Yeah. Ah.
いつでも相手になってやるぜ
All right. I got told. I got told. Good way to end it. Yeah. We ended 18 and 14 on the night. We're up. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to complain. We're still on the 8th floor. So, yeah. We got there once, not on a new character night, which is, which is promising to me, It means I don't need a bunch of people playing with the brand new character to to leap up on, as it were. All right, let's queue up some fun stuff. I just gotta pop to the washroom. I'll be right back. All right, we're just setting up right now. getting what we want to watch today. We'll start with the usual lesson plan from Core Gaming. I'm subscribed to that. Yes, I am. Core Gaming. All right. Oh, I don't have a setup on. All right, Core Gaming. Keep these guys going. Why button mashing works sometimes. Why motion assist. Roll black, Nick. Better. Before I kind of got them all, most of the other notable area. Okay, well, we'll do some abstract contract. You know what? I do want to do the rollback netcode because it is sort of topical when you consider the fact that Capcom is about to do a re-release on a bunch of games, and they're giving all those games rollback netcode. Like 5 different flavors of Dark Souls are gonna have this, or Dark Souls, Dark Stalkers are gonna have this. So.
In fighting games, performing the Daigo parry or certain combos requires precise timing. Press an input a moment too early or too late, and you fail your combo and maybe die because of it.
I gotta pause for a second. Follow Justin Wong on Twitter, because every time somebody catches him in a Daigo parry-like situation, he shares it. He shares that clip. And it is one of the funniest, it was one of the funniest stories going on his Twitter earlier. Where he's like, is everybody out to get me with this? One thing worth noting, I think it was the Street Fighter 3 Xbox original. There was a version of Street Fighter 3 with a tutorial mode that actually had the Daigo parry as one of the challenge. It was a challenge mode, and it's like, do the Daigo parry. I think it was the 360 version of Street Fighter 3, to be honest. But that was one of the challenge modes in Third Strike. Where it was just like, do this because somebody did it. It's obviously possible to do it. So, anyway.
It's not too unlike learning a song on a musical instrument. Now imagine how hard it would be to play a song you practiced if your guitar did this. What the hell? Not only that, but sometimes the note comes out really late or sometimes a little late. It's random. This is what it's like to play fighting games online with delay-based netcode. When you press a button, there's a delay because the game waits for
you can't have that in
to
fighting
receive
games.
your input before showing the move on both screens. But this is terrible to play in unless the delay between both players is very short, but not everyone has super good internet connections, and not everyone lives in the same region.
Whenever anybody, I complain about it all the time, and I make jokes that there was that one May player that we were playing against where it was like, this guy's playing by snail mail. He's going to find out the results tomorrow. I make jokes about it, but it's rough sometimes when you live in areas, I live in Canada, and it feels like we have some terrible, terrible internet sometimes. It's mostly because our internet's unreliable at best.
If everyone could play offline together, lag wouldn't be a problem, but we live in a world where arcades die and viruses live, so netplay matters a lot. Sadly, there's no way to remove the delay between two
Why does this guy always gotta make me sad about arcades being dead? Fuck!
distant online connections, but Tony Cannon discovered a way to make it so your move appears immediately, even before it reaches your opponent.
I started working on this around in late 2005, early 2006, and it was because all the games that were coming out for the consoles just had really bad delay-based netcode.
What's insane about this technology is that
And I gotta add to that, it's not just that they have delay-based netcode. They have delay-based netcode, and consoles throttle your available network speed. I don't understand why they do it, but especially the 360 was terrible for this. I was running on like a 500 megabits connection at one point, hardlined to my Xbox 360, and then I would check on one of those sites like Speed Test, and I was, okay, yeah, it was 500. I'm never getting 500 because there's 1,000 devices on my, not 1,000, that's hyperbole, but there's a bunch of devices on my network kind of eating up the bandwidth. So Speed Test would give me like a 200, but then I get on the Xbox, I'd be getting 25 at best. So like, what the hell? I'm glad I stopped on the naked lady from the
That is
Minority
achieved by
Report, though.
predicting the future and time traveling. Seriously.
2015? You mean we're in the future?
Let's say there's 45 milliseconds of delay between you and your opponent. If the character you control has no lag and your move comes out before the input reaches your opponent, what does your opponent see? If you kick and your opponent's side sees it 45 milliseconds later, both sides are now 45 milliseconds out of sync, which is no good. But there is a way to get it in sync. When your opponent's side receives your input,
It took me a while to be willing to play fighting games online. Oh my god, it was such a nightmare for a long time.
it can just skip the first 45 milliseconds of your kick animation. You might be thinking this could look weird or choppy, but at full speed, it's hard to tell. It's like when everyone starts singing Happy Birthday, but you join in a little late. You skip the first words of the song so you'll be in sync, and no one will notice. But if your opponent receives all your actions 45 milliseconds late, what do you look like to them in the meantime? In our kick example, you were shown to be just standing there for 45 milliseconds before kicking. Why did their side think you were just standing there? Because it was its best guess. It was a wrong guess, but it was reasonable considering you were standing there previously. At any given moment, each side is trying to predict what the opponent is currently doing based on the previously received input. And what's crazy is, most of the time it's correct. This is because it doesn't take a fortune teller to predict things one frame into the future.
I'm just going to assume the thing you did last is the thing you do next, like forever. Oh, you were holding back to block? I'm going to assume you're still holding back to block.
Can you guess what my sleeping cats will do in the next frame?
Probably
If you
sleep.
guess sleep, then you might just be a precog. Obviously, you
Oh.
knew the answer
Oh,
because you
I'm
saw
a
what
wizard.
you were doing previously.
Right there.
Just like a precog, predictions can be wrong. To clearly show what happens with incorrect predictions, let's just say there's a huge 500 millisecond delay with your opponent. If your opponent is walking forward, your side will correctly predict their position because there's only one direction to predict, forward. But if they suddenly do something different like jump, your side will still think they're walking because it didn't get the memo yet. But the moment your side receives the news that your opponent jumped 500 milliseconds ago, it will instantly roll them back to your opponent's correct position, which is in midair at this point. Hence, rollback netcode. Remember, this was an extreme case. With normal amounts of delay, the amount of rollback would be practically unnoticeable. Rollback netcode works because when the predictions are correct, things are in sync, and when it's not, it gets corrected before anyone notices. Sometimes huge lag spikes can go unnoticed if all the predictions are correct in that time, and you might be surprised just how often the predictions are correct.
How fast do people move the controller? How many
Hello. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I don't know where I was, so I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to say, I don't want to put aside this guy's genius for what he did. He's come up with something brilliant. But the rest of the internet, who isn't doing things like this guy is doing, I can't tell you how many times I've gone into like a comment section, subreddit, YouTube comment section, and I'll see some guy saying, "Oh, the game's netcode is terrible." Motherfucker, what do you know about it? You know what I mean? There's so many armchair quarterbacks like this type of code is bad. Dude, the coder didn't make that. A coder doesn't do that. Oh, this is bad because it's coded badly. Like, dude, the coder didn't draw the character's chin. Excuse me? We just render it in. If they made a, like, the coder kind of looks at the, or put the model gets put in there. If whoever makes the final decision, it's their decision to keep it in there. Like, making games ain't easy. Goddamn, and this comes from a guy who works in the industry, right? But the armchair quarterbacks have no fucking idea how long some things take.
Inputs are there. There's probably no more than like 5 per second. That's a lot, 5 inputs per second. So that means if there's 60 frames per second, that means you're right more than 90% of the time.
But sometimes you can notice if the game has moments of drastic and instantaneous changes, for example, KOs in Third Strike. The KO pops up and the screen freezes right on the final blow, so if the game predicts someone got knocked out but they actually blocked the hit, you can get a "you win, just kidding" moment. Super Turbo because
Can you? I'm so happy I never played Street Fighter Third Strike online. That sounds like that would be the worst feels bad ever. It does. I've never seen. Maybe it did happen to me. I don't know, because I did die and then I got hit by the Zato after the fact. I was like, I didn't think you could do that. Anyway,
the final blow just slows down the screen.
Yeah, don't do large disruptive VFX or screen text in the first 2 or 3 frames. However long.
Dude, this guy worked so hard at friggin' fixing the netcode. He broke his hand doing it.
You expect to roll back.
See? Shit's hard!
The other is like, don't design moves that have very large displacement on the first or second frame.
Developing the game with rollback netcode in mind will minimize these glitchy moments, but weirdness will happen regardless if network delay is too large and the game has to roll back to things that happened too far in the past.
Yeah, when rollback gets bad, it's gonna look stupid. The internet is hard to work on.
What the fuck was
I come from Quake as my online multiplayer experience, so I'm very used to teleporting targets. You can tell where. Sometimes you can really work around that. You can see a guy's packet losses and just like, so he's here, and then he's here, and then he's here, and it's like you can gauge based on the speed and whatnot. So yeah, nothing is going to fix 100%. That is the thing, where it's like some weird shit's gonna happen. I've had laggy as fuck games, right? It's not it can't be completely avoided. But they're doing, like, the work that's been done is great. And nobody should be shitting on people for making online multiplayer work. Because, you know, you've got 2 options, man. You throw it on a server and then you pay out the ass to run those servers, and then you end up putting those costs on your players, or, you know, you run the server host system on the computers, but then you got to run all the security concerns, which will slow down things in the background because you got to be super secure when you're running things. You don't want people's data getting out there that shouldn't get out. So a lot to consider when you do this shit.
But another way to minimize how far you need to roll back is by delaying everyone's inputs on purpose. If you're late to a party, but they postponed the time, you will be less late or even early. The more you delay everyone's inputs, the shorter the rollback time. But of course, more delay means your character feels laggier. Rollback netcode is usually combined with delay netcode to strike a balance between glitchiness and lag. But there is one more potential problem called Rift. Let's say your opponent's console overheats and it slows down their game during an online match. This means their inputs will get to you really late, causing massive rollback glitches on your side, while your inputs will get to them ahead of schedule, making their side play perfectly. This results
I gotta
in
find a new place for my
one-sided
PS4.
rollback. The netcode
Who was
must
running
correct
Dark
the
Souls
rift
3
to make
terribly.
sure both players have a fair fight.
It's like, I'm on frame 10, you're on frame 14. We should probably both be on frame 12, so the rollbacks are the same distance.
If rollback netcode sounds more complicated to implement than delay-based, it's because it is.
This is
Yeah.
all one tick, right?
Hella
if
hard.
we're doing our job right, this takes 16.66 milliseconds and no more.
But if done correctly, it will allow more people to have more.
I also want everybody to take a second and think about testing things on, like, fractions of a millisecond. Things are gonna get by. It's unavoidable.
playable matches online. I've had excellent games in Punch Planet playing from Korea to California because it uses GGPO, the rollback netcode for fighting games invented
Also, Punch Planet looks fucking fun.
by TD Canada. He's even made it free to use under the MIT license, and the technology is used in many games already, including old-school arcade games played through Fightcade. Rollback technology is used in AAA fighting games as well, and even Melee has rollback now. If you like fighting games and hate lag, please share this video. For more info on this topic, check out this article by Infill and this video by Hold Back the Block. This was Gerald from Corey Gaming. Thanks for watching. This video was sponsored by...
Alright. You don't get my ad time, sorry. ExpressVPN. This is a year old. Usually these codes are a year gone anyway, but that's a good video. That was interesting. The technology on this stuff is super interesting. Usually I would, but I'm, you put it at the back end. God, look at all this pre-watch shit I have. So the only tournament story we've watched has been the bad things happening to good people tournament. That's it. I know you've been here for almost all of them, Slash, so I just want to make sure. Okay. So we have time. I think we'll be able to get through at least 2 of them with my stupid pauses. So, we're going to start with... And you have food. Alright, we're going to start with the birthday party. That's a good story. Oh yeah, no, we also did the one where he almost died, where he went to the other region and the driver fell asleep on the way home. We did do that one. So we have 2 at least. Right? Yeah, exactly. All right, but this one's great. This is fun. Fucking sleep. Yeah, but Sleepy got stuck waiting and bored.
As you know, I'm a little bit older than some of you watching, than most of you watching. By my
His kid's like 1 or 2 years old, by the way. So.
Analytics, probably all of you watching, because I know some of you probably said you were 65 years old and you're actually not. You just wanted to get around the age check. But with all of that age and experience comes with quite a bit of
I really wish I knew what my analytics were for the 7 people that watched me.
stories, quite a bit of tales and such that have happened to me over my illustrious career. And I realize if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, these tales would have never seen the light of day. So I, like a modern day bard, am here to tell you and regale you of my stories throughout gaming and throughout
there we go.
history. Welcome to the story.
So my eyes skew a little older.
Of how I pwned a kid's birthday party. Now I want you to cast your mind back, okay? Let's start this out.
I don't have a whole lot of kids watching, but I'm on at an hour where kids should be in bed anyway. I'm pushing 40, so I figure my audience would be a little older.
A long time ago, in the old age of 2014. And around that time, if you know me, I'm a competitive Smash player. At least I used to be. I'm a Smash commentator now. And I was a competitive Brawl player, eventually switching into PM. But back in the Brawl days, there was a very common practice that you may or may not know about. This practice was known as tournament sniping. You see, there was a big board on Smash boards of tournament listings. And they would have all kinds of tournaments happening all over the world.
All games have tournament sniping. If you have a competitive scene, tournament sniping is a thing if regular tournaments are run. Magic the Gathering has it. The Versus system has it, or had it when it was a thing. HeroClix has it. I'm guilty of it. I didn't know it was going to be a tournament snipe. I thought the competition would be a little bit harder. I was wrong. Me and my friend, the 4 of us who traveled to this tournament were the top 4 of this tournament. How bad?
Now, Smash boards used to be like the hot place, you know? It was like the malt shop, It's like a speakeasy. This is where we all hung out before Twitter. It was a better time. So
Also, dude, this was our Twitter. Like, look at this shit right here. We used to have to stare at this goddamn poison. You'd have to guess what you were reading by the title and hope to God that it wasn't absolute toxicity in the comments. And 90% of the time, it fucking was.
good player
I didn't play in the Smash, so I can only imagine it being worse.
would do is they would come onto this board and have their crosshairs locked, and they would scope out a tournament to try to snipe. Now, what you would happen is sometimes you would run into another guy there who was also trying to snipe the same tournament, and then you would have a problem. But every once in a while,
Oh, so you're sniping too, eh? Damn.
you would have something that was keen. It was just yours, and nobody else saw it. Enhance.
Smash, you're not here, or Slash, you are not here from HeroClix, so I have a story for you. The game of HeroClix has had a Canadian Nationals event for a couple years. The past 2 years, obviously, nothing. I don't think we're going to go 3 years in a row where we're not going to have a Canadian Nationals. It wasn't until the year before COVID that a Canadian actually won Canadian Nationals in the world of when we're talking about tournament sniping. Americans were just beating us.
June 25th, 20XX. Actually, 2014. I looked this up later. Smash on the big screen. Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Movie theater tournament. $200 prize. Oh, baby. My eyes were seeing
Now-
dollar signs. Theater tournament. $200.
Pay attention to the title of this tournament.
Oh,
This is important.
my eyes were seeing dollar
Smash on big screen.
signs.
Smash
My
Brawl.
mouth was
$200
salivating.
tournament. It's
$200
listed.
for Brawl?
Come play in this tournament.
Unreal. So what do? I say, mark that date. The day arrives. It's at a place called, I don't know, Game Exchange. I just searched this. I don't know if this is the actual place. This is the venue of the tournament, right? Everybody said this is where it was going to be. So I casually pull up in my hoopty, looking happy as a clam, knowing that
Nobody traveling to tournaments had a car this good. Obviously, he's being humorous, but the people who travel to tournaments have the worst cars ever. I was guilty of it. I drove a 1994 Plymouth Acclaim in 2015.
that no other tournament player was ever going to snipe me here. They were never going to find me. And as I pull up, looking pleased as punch,
It had no AC, and most tournaments are in the summer.
I noticed something
Give it a
quite
second.
concerning. There are balloons on the sign, which is a bit of a red flag. But that wasn't as much of a red flag as the bouncy castle. That one took me a little longer to find. And I think to my head, oh no, I've made a terrible mistake. However, this tournament was 2 hours away and there were $200 on the line. Son of a bitch if I'm not gonna fight for it. You have to understand, I was only 24 years old. I was a young kid. Starving.
I have the same question when you get even later into this whole story.
I had no other means of making money at 24 other than playing video games. So what do? I step into the game store and they say, oh, the tournament's actually over there. It's at the movie theater. So I go down the way to the movie theater. Now, this is how the theater actually looked. It's called the Alamo Draft House. You might have this in some of your areas. It's pretty common. It's all over the place.
USA, I am jealous that you guys have this shit. I am jealous. I have heard what this is all about. Fucking send these up north, please.
Serve beer and drinks there. But it looked more like this once I started walking in. It had a certain audience there. And I, as a 24-year-old, walked into the Lion's Den. So here's the actual theater, right? It's something like this. You've got a playpen on the right. You've got little bouncy things down there in the middle. And I, trying to be as chipper and as optimistic as ever, step into the theater. And what do I see but one child, 2 children, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so many goddamn kids all over this theater. I immediately want to turn around. This is
The Alamo Drafthouse? It's so that I think is a specific kids theater at the Alamo Drafthouse, but they have little tables, comfy seating, but they also have fucking the strictest rules about noise in their theater, to the point where they made a commercial. Like, so you use your cell phone in the theater, you talk during the movie, right? Like, they are strict as hell about it. To the point where they took this angry email they got and turned it into their advertisement.
Yeah, I was wondering if you guys actually enjoy treating your customers like pieces of shit, because that's how I felt when I went to the Alamo Drafthouse. Okay? You know what? I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to text in your little crappy ass theater. It was too fucking dark in that place for me to find my seat, alright? I was using my phone as a flashlight to get to my fucking seat. So excuse me for using my phone in USA, the United States of America, where you are free to text in a theater. I was not aware that I couldn't text in your theater, alright? I've texted in all the other theaters in Austin, and no one ever gave a fuck about what I was doing on my fucking phone, alright? And it was on silent. It wasn't on loud. It wasn't bothering anybody. You guys, obviously, were being assholes to me, and I'm sure that's what you do, you know, to rip people off. You take my money, and then you throw me out. You know, I will never be coming back to your Alamo Drafthouse or whatever. I'd rather go to a regular theater where people are actually polite. And, you know, I'm going to tell everyone about how shitty you are. And I'm pretty sure you guys are being assholes on purpose. So thanks for making me feel like a customer. Thanks for taking my money, asshole.
mistake. This is clearly a birthday party and it was not advertised as such. I
actually muted the mic because I was getting the speaker picked up in the mic. Sorry about that. Yeah, I want to go to this theater. I want to go there all the time. I want it up here in Canada. Please and thank you. I don't want people texting in my fucking movies. I want them talking in the fucking movies, and I want them fucking fuck off. Also, I want their dining options, because they have fucking delicious food at this place, apparently. At least that's what I've heard. I've heard it all third hand, right? It's not like, you know, popcorn and shitty nachos. I mean, there's nachos as well, but you can get like pizza and like decent meals ahead of time. So, you know, and you get you go up, you get your order before the movie. You got to get it before the movie, otherwise you got to shut your fucking mouth, and you got to find a way to talk in sign language to your server, because the movie has started. You shut the fuck up, because this is one of those places that has that old school respect for movies, which is gone. It's I go to a theater nowadays, and it's fucking people yapping over there, fucking asshole with a cell phone glaring in my fucking eyes over there, because it's a dark theater. You have to turn your fucking cell phone on, bam, light. Like, fuck. Guys, I want to watch the fucking movie, not your fucking phone. You want to use your phone? You know what? Shit comes to Netflix so fucking fast. Don't ruin my experience. Watch it at home, asshole.
I should not be doing this, right? This was not a good idea. I'm looking very weird here. However, I cast my eyes to the back row of the theater.
I'm usually pretty patient, but
What
not
do I
about theaters.
see? Several grown men all the way in the back, my age, 20-somethings. And so I say, you know what? Maybe I'm not so weird after all. I'm gonna go get this money. So I make my way to the back.
That's the thing.
Around the kids, and
You
I
see
say,
this situation, and there's a bunch of fucking kids in there. And you're like, oh, fuck. What do I do? But then you, oh my god, those are my people. Oh fuck, I'm not the only one. Let's go.
We're all hanging out, we're talking a little bit, we're having a good time. And nothing's really happening. We're talking about the tournament that's about to happen, and we're like, dude, you saw the listing, right? Yeah, oh my god. And these guys are like tournament players, but they're not really all that competitive. They're like, you know, casual O2ers, which is great. That's fine. I'm not trying to come down on these guys. They were trying to have a good time, and they got bamboozled too. So we're all there. Some of them know who I am. They're like, oh my god, you're Coney, DD player, and like, they get, you know, it's fine. It's a fun time. So we're talking for a little bit, and then after about 10 minutes, someone walks into
Right?
the theater. Now,
That's the part of the story that never gets told. Why is this kid's birthday party tournament up on the Smash Melee site? What the fuck? My thoughts is that this kid, whose birthday it was on these Smash boards. Should have been, because I've seen how people talk online. But then he was like, I'm gonna put my birthday tournament on the fucking thing, and fucked himself over.
there was a player around this time.
That's
from
my
Virginia,
guess.
right? And he was known for being pretty good. He was always on the come up. He's not bad at all, but he never really hit that next level, right? And he was named after a famous historical figure. Now, I'm not going to tell you what historical figure it is, but let's say it's Julius Caesar. Okay? It's not, but let's say it is. He walks into the theater. Along with him is his girlfriend, who I'm going to put Demi Lovato. She was not Demi Lovato, but she was kind of pretty. It was very clear that he brought her as like an intimidation tactic. He's like, look what
What fucking kind of intimidation tactic is that? Motherfucker, I got a girlfriend. I don't, so I must be better at Smash than you.
You know what I'm saying? Some people do that. It was kind of weird. But they walk in, and I think to myself, oh shit, that guy's pretty good. This might be harder than I thought. They walk up the steps, and they sit with us. We sort of chop it up a little bit, you know, talk, hey, how you been? I haven't seen you in a long time. This guy's really cool. He's a good player. And so we talk for a little bit, and then the tournament's about to begin. And the guy says, hey, we're gonna start the tournament. Everybody, if you're competing, come down here and sign up. We all go to sign up. Everybody's good. I say, hey, I've got my controller here. The setup's like down here in the playpen area. And I'm like, how is this gonna work? My controller's not gonna reach. They said, oh no, we have another solution. Wave birds. If you don't know what wave...
Look. Wave birds are awesome. At the time. Wave birds are not what you want to be playing Smash Brothers with.
Birds are. These are basically Bluetooth controllers before technology was there yet. The game is already laggy as hell on a movie theater. It's only going to get worse. But whatever.
So, movie theater screen, wave birds to play Brawl.
The tournament is obviously free for all because I accidentally stumbled upon this kid's birthday. So, I don't really care. They start passing out wave birds. You, and then you, and then him, and then this guy, right? So they're just passing out wave birds. Everybody's playing all over the goddamn theater, whatever. Matches on the big screen. Everybody's playing. It's a fun gimmick. It's a little laggy, but who cares? It's the spectacle. You're in the movies, right? So we have a bunch of tournament matches.
It was a kid's birthday party. That's how they did it with lag.
And I go up to play, and I easily win because I'm playing with secondaries against kids. Coney wins. And then this other guy, Julius Caesar, starts playing. And he beats all the kids. He has no problem. Caesar wins. Coney wins. Caesar wins. Coney wins. Caesar wins. So on and so forth, right? We play about 3 or 4 rounds. the children are now eliminated from the tournament. All the kids whose birthday party it is are gone. They have been wiped out by all the grown men in the back. We feel incredibly
Happy birthday to the fucking reality! You suck!
guilty. And so what we say is...
I brought you a birthday present. It's a check. A reality check.
Okay, we shouldn't have done this. We're gonna let the kids go play free-for-alls, and we're gonna go back to the game store. Okay? We're gonna go back to the game store and hide in our shame. We walk back to the game store, right? And so, after a bunch of rounds, there are only 4 people left. Me, 1 guy, 2 guy, and Caesar and his girlfriend. This is your final 4. And so, we all start playing.
Kudos to the fucking Photoshop storytelling, by the way.
Caesar, unfortunately, gets eliminated by one of these 2, I believe. I forget exactly what happened, but I think it was a free-for-all, and I think it was the bottom...
Yeah, this is the final 4. So, I feel like one of these guys took out the other adult.
Player gets eliminated, and Caesar met with some very unfortunate luck. So, he got knocked out, and his girlfriend went with him. So, then what happens is the guy is like, this is taking too long. Rather than do anything else, like a round robin or 1v1s, let's do a 3-for-all. Let's have all 3 of you fight. Best of 1. Okay. These 2 guys, who, again, knew who I was competitively, start talking. Hey, man, I don't know if we can beat...
I would 100% expect this in other games I have played, where, back in the time of Magic, where, you know, oh, there's only 3 of us left, and Jason's got the strong deck and the better board state, you know, things like that, you have to expect it. You either play around it or whatever, but carrying on.
I think we should just gang up on him.
But yes, in a 3-person free-for-all, it is impossible to avoid 2v1 situations. Impossible.
And then we can fight each other 1v1.
Yeah, man, that sounds really good. I think we should do that too.
Kirby and Rob. A Kirby and a Rob.
I don't want to get chain grabbed, man. You should just go beat him up, because he's just going to chain grab me.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I don't want to fight him either. He's really good. He's very strong. I am truly appalled by what's happening in front of me. Like a true competitor.
He's got that angry face handy.
I will withstand all odds. I will break through this and find a way to persevere. And what happens? I persevere. I won. I won the whole thing. $200. It was easy. I chain grabbed the shit out of that Rob. He never left my hands. The Kirby kept trying to get on top of me. Wasn't happening. Better player, better person. So the tournament's over. I won easily. $200 in my pocket.
Better player, better person. Adding that little extra dig, right?
Or something. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was just a birthday party. That wasn't really explained in the thread. He's like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't care. So these guys are talking after the tournament. We're having a good time. Coney, being as foolish as ever, goes to leave. And as I walk out the door, I hear Caesar and his girlfriend talking to these 2 about the other tournament happening the same day. Huh? The other tournament? What do you mean another tournament? Caesar says, oh, yeah, there's another tournament that's like 45 minutes away, but it's not a big deal. Not many people go to that. I don't really think they have that big prizes, so I don't think I'm gonna go. I say, you know what? I agree. I'm 2 hours away. It's already about 3 p.m. I'm gonna get home at 5. I've made $200. I think I've had a great haul. And I wish them...
Smash players gonna say no to more Smash? Bullshit.
well, and I'm on my way.
And the next video is going to have a story about that.
Dear viewer, I need you to understand. I was very content with just driving home all the way back to my house in Maryland. I was totally fine that day, taking my money and then leaving. But then I thought, I'd like to make more money. I zoom back to the second game store.
Yeah.
And I enter the tournament. I walk in, and who do I see but my two friends from the other tournament?
Smash players aren't saying no to more Smash. Like I said. You motherfuckers don't know how to take a break.
Right?
I don't know what it is about the game, but I don't get any sleep when I play it when it fucking first comes out either.
About 45 minutes away, and they're standing there. And we talked it up a little bit. They're like, hey, you showed up. I didn't think you were going to come. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think I was either, but, you know, I got time. Whatever. And who do
I got time. No fucking kidding.
I see in the back of the store, but that motherfucker, Julius Caesar, and his hiding from me. Ooh, Caesar, you've done it now. Now I am in rage.
I love how the chat is thinking like, oh, Skylander Monopoly. Dude, he was 24 and he already drove 2 hours for one Smash tournament. He's going for another 4 rounds. Whatever. When I was 24, I was invincible too.
Caesar and his girlfriend walk up. Caesar, I didn't think you would be at this tournament. Caesar says, oh yeah, I figured out that I had a little bit of time, so it's, you know, it's fine. I can figure it out.
Caesar's got less of issues. He's got a girlfriend. He dragged his girlfriend to this shit.
It's not a problem. It's okay. We have time. It's fine. About halfway through the bracket, we're seated 1 and 2 on the other side, because they know he didn't get close to winning in the other one, but some weird stuff happened. They know he's like...
Something I would never do to my wife. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't have to go. If she's not involved, I don't want her to come. She'll be bored, and I don't want her to do that. HeroClix, we met playing HeroClix, so I'll bring her to a HeroClix tournament. She's going to be participating, if anything. Magic, less likely. If it's a pre-release, I'll bring her because she's going to play. It's sealed, doesn't matter. But if I was going to, like, if I get interested in, like, Guilty Gear Strive tournaments, I'm not dragging my wife to that shit. Not a chance, unless she wants to come and watch. I know sometimes she gets interested because I'll watch fighting game tournaments and she'll get into it. But I think it's mostly because I watch Moist Critical when he's cheering on his team's players.
Their best player, but they know who I am. So they seed me 1, they seed him 2. So we're on opposite sides of the bracket. We're both making it pretty far. And while he's in tournament, somewhere around halfway through, he's in a match. His girlfriend comes up to me. Okay? And she says,
this tactic is bullshit. By the way, human beings don't talk to people like this when they're at something. Prefacing this whole thing, this whole exchange is about to happen.
And I should note, she's tall. She's a tall woman. Taller than me. I'm 5'9". But she's probably 5'11" or 6 foot. Okay? She's tall. I'm not short, she's tall. And she says...
I swear to God, streamers get this shit all the time. Not me, I'm not a big streamer. Nobody calls me short. Ludwig, Coney, they both seem to have the same kind of audience. Who's like, you fucking short son of a bitch. Ludwig is like, no, I'm not short. What the fuck? Right? Coney's like, I'm 5'9". That's not short. 5'9's a little average.
So,
I'm somewhere between 6 and 6'1".
And I'm like, I'm 24. Oh, that's so weird. You're 24 and you're still playing this? Isn't this like a kid's game? Yeah, I guess. I played it when I was younger. I was just, you know, I started when I was like 20, 21, and I just still really like it. I don't really play it that much now, but I saw the tournaments. I thought it'd be fun. Oh, really? Because I just thought it'd be really weird that you would come all the way down here to Virginia to play this game against kids. I mean, you're 24 years old. I'm only 19, and Caesar's only 20, so, you know, it's kind of weird that you would do that. Yeah, I guess so, but I'm here, and we're gonna play, so I hope we have a good match. I hope we have a good time. Thank you, young lady, for your input.
if anybody, aside from the people watching this live, are hearing me when I say this, don't do this. This is bullshit. People play their fucking games, whatever age they are. If it's in an open forum, to be allowed to play that game, fuck off. I don't care if there's an 80-year-old guy playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh!, a 70-year-old guy playing fucking Pokemon. There is no age limit on these fucking things. Fuck off.
She shrinks down. I think she felt bad about it later, because then she talked to me and she was like asking me where I got my jacket from and was like being really nice. She was like, I think she felt embarrassed about trying to power move me
She tried 2 different power moves, Coney. Fuck off.
like that, trying to make her boyfriend happy or something, but whatever. Comes down.
She tried 2 different power moves. One, you're a little old for this shit, aren't you? Fuck off, fuck. And then she starts being friendly to just fuck off. Fuck these games.
To just 2 gentlemen in grand finals. Myself and Caesar. But wait! The owner has one more trick up his sleeve. He knows that I won the other tournament. He likes Caesar. Caesar is somebody that comes to his tournaments a lot, and he wants to give him a chance to win. So what does the owner do? Gentlemen, to make this match even more hype, it will be a 1v1, 3 stocks, on a random stage. Best of 1. I don't know if I've told you this, dear reader, but Caesar and I both play the same character. We both played...
This I've never had to deal with in any situation, in any game that I have played. It's always been the as organized, as written sort of event. I've never had a store owner try to scumbag me out of winning in something like this.
King DDD. That is a problem. We go into the match.
I think 9 times out of 10, this sort of shit is... This is less about trying to fuck Coney over, and more or less the store owner looking at the clock going, fuck, if I make these guys do 3 stocks, and they go best of 5, and they go to a game 5, I'm going to be overtime, and I'm going to want to fucking go home. I don't want to be here much longer. Let's get this fucking shit over with. 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm thinking is happening, but...
We're here at stage select, right? I select my character, Green DDD. Caesar selects his character, Red DDD. Of all the stages in Brawl, there are a couple that you would want in this sort of scenario, right? Maybe like a battlefield, or, you know, maybe FD, I guess. Smashville would be amazing. There are plenty of stages that you would like to see in a best of 1 with a random stage. What stage do you think we got?
I think Brawl. I think what's the worst situation for what's about to be a chain grab fight?
That's right! It's Rumble Falls! The most fun stage in the game! There are several $100 riding on this match! With 2 DDDs, infinite walk-offs, walls galore, constant vertical scrolling. Please watch this match. Please imagine fighting on this stage for money. Look at all the
For money.
shit that can go wrong. Ladders, platforms, it gets small in the middle. There's like spikes on it. You could go off to the side, walk-offs like crazy, okay? It's a disaster. You should never put money on this. Not only that, in case you don't know, this is what a DDD Ditto looks like. This is what we're going to do to each other. It's going to be a disaster. This is all the gameplay. There are $400 riding on this.
$400 chain grab fight.
The match begins. It immediately starts with me grabbing his ass, and we both go this way. Chain grab, chain grab, chain grab.
Sorry about
chain
hitting the
grab.
mic there.
He's dead. I'm up a stock. What happens next, Doc? He grabs me. Guess what happens? Chain grab, chain grab, chain grab, chain grab, chain grab. We go off the side. I'm dead. 2 stocks apiece. This happens 2 more times. Both ways. Okay? We can't stop. We're just grabbing each other and killing each other off one mistake. But then, at the very end, what happens? Oh, viewer, we don't go this way. We go this way. There's a wall here. So what happens? Boom, 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 boom. The stage is moving. At this point, the stage is going down. But I'm not done. Boom, 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 boom. The stage continues to lower. And I'm just chain grabbing the fucking boom, 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 boom. He's against the wall. We get all the way to the bottom. I get him one more time. Boom. He tries to jump. I footstool and jump into the stratosphere. Caesar falls into the waterfall below. And with that, I win $400 and drive my ass all the way home.
I'm gonna fuck this guy over. I just fucked my buddy over. He probably hit that gas pedal so fucking hard he broke his hoopty.
Is how I totally poomed.
God, I just said hoopty. I'm fucking 12 years old again. Alright, hold on a second. Let's see if it made it in here. This is a good one we'll talk about later. But let's just say worse. No. That one. Worst tournament. Yeah, Olympus 2015. So he's reacting to another video. So it's like we're like multiple layers in here.
That I saw a while back, which is about the worst Smash tournament of all time. And that's called The Story of Apex 2015, made by a guy named Turned Down for Walt. This is an excellent movie. And I might watch it another time. But that's not what we're watching right now.
Oh.
But there's another video, one that EE watched already, that I didn't know about. The worst Smash Brothers tournament, Olympus 2015. I have not been to this tournament. I went to Apex 2015. I have stories about that. I've been there. But I've heard that this one is...
Do we want to watch this one? Or do we want to watch the video of this one on its own and watch the other one where he's actually telling the story of going... Let's watch the one of the story that he actually went to. That's probably got more value in it. And we'll watch the video that he's watching on our own.
Fellas, I know that you watch every video on the
Probably
channel,
next week.
do, right? And you might have seen a few days ago that we put out a video about the worst Smash tournament of all time, Olympus 2016. But it's actually a lie. You got clickbaited. That's not the worst tournament of all time, because I went to the worst tournament of all time, and I know everything about it. May I introduce you to Apex 2015? I could have this really long intro.
Now, Apex is much like every other tournament circuit. Everybody's got one tournament that is hype as fuck, and somehow you get there and it's like, what the fuck this place is run by hamsters. What is going on? Where am I supposed to be? The venue smells bad, so on and so forth. Now, 9 times out of 10, the venue smell bad is because there's too many fucking people. And it's not... The thing that gets me is, yes, there are people with BO in tournaments. That's unavoidable. You get 150 people in a room. One of them's got some bad shower habits. That's just unavoidable. But you also got to factor in the fact that you're about to cram 150 people in a room with body heat. Body heat increases the temperature of the room. There's no amount of air conditioning that's going to counteract 150 people in a room. I am sorry. We, as human beings, radiate heat, especially in the winter. Holy fuck, as a Canadian, winter tournaments are the worst. You got to carry a bunch of fucking cold weather shit because it's cold as fuck outside. But then the heat's on in the building, and then I'm already a radiating fucking human heat monger thing. So that's like tip of the iceberg.
I can tell you everything about this, but
I can't tell you a single big Magic tournament I went to where I didn't hear somebody complaining about how disorganized it was. Like, motherfuckers, there's no such thing as an organized Magic the Gathering Grand Prix. Get your fucking head out your ass.
Turn down for Walt, a Melee YouTuber, has done it expertly for me. This video is an excellent retelling of the whole tournament. Now, there's a lot of Melee stuff in here. I know it's embarrassing, but we're really going to focus on the beginning, on what it was like to actually be there. Listen, Apex 2015 was one of the most insane weekends of my life. So, we're going to take a look at this one. Lord knows, it'll be good to go back to.
Something can go wrong, it will. Nothing epitomizes this more than the story of Apex 2015.
That was such a dry intro. Yeah, that's true. That's correct.
I wish I could say I was 100% surprised. There was already a foreboding feeling going into it.
The Apex Tournament Series was an annual esports event with focus on the Super Smash Bros. Game.
Is the quality bad, or is... No, I'm at 1440p 60. That's just the logo. Man.
There's been some increased attendance over the years, with numbers coming to an impressive head at Apex 2015.
Yeah, so... Back then, this was the only tournament we had year after year. At least for Brawl, and then, like, a lot of the time for Melee. There was one event a year. We had no Evo. We had no Genesis. I mean, Melee had Genesis sometimes.
Evo's usually in Vegas, right? I think I might hit it next time.
Which is crazy to think about.
Let's see if they cover
every
it.
Single weekend. Sometimes several on the same weekend. It was nonsense.
Previously nicknamed the Super Bowl of Smash Bros. By Grantland writer Ben Lindbergh.
Which is so stupid. This event sucked.
And thanks in part to winning a spot at Evolution 2013, as well as independent filmmaker Travis Samox Beauchamp's The Smash
It's in
Bros.,
August.
the competitive Melee scene had been thriving.
Are any of you guys dot kids? Probably, right? Man, that's crazy. I've said this on a previous stream, but it always just feels like I have this idea that you guys know everything.
It is in Las Vegas, yeah.
Like,
I have it here. We'll look at it after this.
Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Yeah, this was the first Smash 4 event. It was a big deal.
The tournament would come off the back of the 2014 to 2015 Apex World Circuit sponsored by Twitch, a series of 14 qualifier events featuring a $1,000 prize bonus and complimentary flight for each of the winners.
I didn't know that.
The circuit qualifiers would take place all over the world.
I guess that was for
Florida
Melee.
to California,
I didn't know
to
that.
Canada to Japan.
This I like when it comes to certain tournament scenes. Interconnectivity of your tournaments is a big thing. HeroClix was very late to the party on that one. Magic the Gathering has had that sort of thing from the get-go, where your player rating could get you into the pro circuit, but also qualifying via pro circuit events and other ways to get into these sorts of things. So I always like it when there's a big thing that you can go to, and there's feeder tournaments to it. But I also like when you can go there and either A, show up and play in side events, or B, play a last chance qualifier. That sort of situation. I think these are all important to running good, effective tournament series, circuits.
Man,
a group of 16
we're all learning,
players would
yeah.
earn their
Melee gets all the cool shit, yeah.
What's more important than all of that at the time, though, was Apex's official partnership with Nintendo of America.
Yeah.
The first of its kind for the Melee scene.
This was such...
Oh, wait. Nintendo was helping out, and Brawl probably had to be played in order to get that Nintendo party.
such a big deal. You guys, this was insane. When we found out that they had the partnership, it felt like the world was totally opened up. It was nuts. And what did we get? Splatoon demos. I think we got Splatoon demos and some commercials. But I did get to play Splatoon before anyone else. And I won my first match ever. I might have been the first person to ever win in Splatoon. I mean, it's still cool. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. And especially for back then, 2015 was like... This was before all this stuff now. So having Splatoon demos was like... amazing. It's just funny to look back in retrospect and be like, huh.
With all of these exciting things taking shape, you probably wouldn't think that the Apex series was also a complete and utter shit show.
Every year!
You know it's gonna suck. Like, every year it's gonna suck.
Every year!
But you're gonna...
And here it is Apex is that tournament where it's like, fuck, something stupid's gonna happen. It's gonna suck, but it's all we have. Fucking hell, what the fuck? Let's just go. We suck it up, accept it, let's go.
Go, because it is the biggest tournament.
You have to go! So Apex was always run like a shit show, and the guy that ran it didn't do any work ever. Like, it was sort of known and understood that the guy that ran it was just like the figurehead of it, but a lot of people did all the work, right?
Definitely off to a rocky start, and unfortunately,
it only gets worse. It only gets worse. Dude.
That headline tells a million stories. Fucking... What?
So, I don't know if they're going to talk about it. So, this is in Secaucus, New Jersey. I'm in Maryland, right? I drive 3 hours up to Jersey to go to Apex. I'm so excited. I think I drove alone. So, I get to the building. I walk into the ballroom where people are setting up because Gimmer, VGBC, they always try to set up stuff before the tournament. And I walk in and I look around and I'm like, wow, this is small. What's gonna happen here? How is this gonna work? Immediately, Gimmer walks over to me. He's like, there's no way Apex is happening. What? Apex isn't happening. Apex has to happen. Apex happens every year. It's the Super Bowl of Smash. Gimmer's like, this is not happening. There's no way. There's no space here. The fire marshal will only let like 800 people in this room, and there's over 1,000 people that are supposed to be here. The carpets are moldy. There's no internet. Everything sucks. And the hotel itself is ratty. I got told literally upon walking in, this is not going to be good. And I think the day after, the garage collapsed. It was the day before. Okay, yeah, I had nowhere to park. There was nowhere to park. The ceiling of the parking garage blew up. So all of us were like parking in the street. It was so bad. I don't know how in depth this video is gonna go, but I have stories about this. I'm gonna wait to hear it.
Snow may be to blame for the partial collapse of a parking garage in New Jersey.
My car, you might be able to see my car. I was like right here. No joke. My Dodge Charger right here.
There's one whole hallway that's just tarped off, basically.
Yeah.
And if you poke your head around it, you're kind of seeing some debris.
The place was a disaster.
The Clarion Hotel Empire Meadowlands told organizers that Apex was still good to go.
At this point, you're just got a fucking greedy hotel guy who's like, everybody's staying in a hotel. These guys have paid for the rooms, like the conference rooms and the space with which to do it. They've paid us thousands of dollars to run this tournament. There's no fucking way I'm giving up that thousands of dollars. I've got to fix my parking structure. This is the mindset of this man who runs this hotel, or woman.
Man, the confidence to be able to do this. By the way, look at how small this was. 38 retweets for the biggest tournament of the year. Man, different time.
Jumping ahead to Friday, January 31st.
This was the room. This was the room they were setting up in. I'll never forget walking into this room. The smell of mildew and mold wafting into my nostrils, and
Me and my buddies, we planned to go to HeroClix World Championships one year at the very last second. So we had two problems. One, very last second means you don't have time to budget, which means you've gotta work within like, can I, with my fun money from my next paycheck, help pay for gas, pay for enough food on a weekend, and get a hotel room to go to HeroClix World Championship. The hotel room was the only one within like X amount of distance from the because close to this was held in Origins Games Fair, which is a big board game convention. So, and this is like the biggest board game convention. It fills all the hotels near the venue. So first problem, getting close enough that we're not going to lose our minds getting to and from the venue. We got that figured out. The problem was the only one within our price range was this very specific, I think it was a Best Western or one of those chains. Motel 6, Best Western, something like that. We get in. It's not the best looking hotel. Guys, I spent $70 a night on this hotel. We're not getting quality here. We get into our room, and that mildew smell is what hits us first in the disgusting, moist shag carpet. We referred to it ever forth as the murder room because it smelled like a murder took place and was attempted to, like an attempt was made to clean it up. There was no, you know how there's usually that like screen and you can't usually open hotel windows. Like, can't usually open a hotel window most of the time, or there's something that's blocking it from opening a certain. No. Floor level window. I was able to open it all the way open, no screen. I was able to walk out of our hotel room window and go to the gas station and get some Red Bull. And at the time I was smoking, so I went and got some cigarettes too. Carrying on.
Walking up to me, telling me the event was off. Man.
At 8:50 a.m., 10 minutes before pools are set to begin, the fire alarm is pulled.
I was actually running off my hotspot because the internet still, they never fixed it. So eventually someone's like, yo, I think this event's gonna get shut down. Fire marshal's here. I was like, huh?
So, again, I don't know how much this is going to go into it, but I was in the ballroom 5 minutes before the tournament was going to start. My pool was being called for Smash 4. And somebody pulls the smoke alarm, and everybody goes outside. And everybody's like, what the fuck is this? And then when everybody goes back inside, we're all told the tournament is off. Because the fire marshal's here, there's way too many people in this building. We leave, we come back in, and now we can't go to the tournament anymore. What happened to make the fire alarm go off? There are a bunch of different stories. The one that I've heard...
You can't believe the stories half the time. It could have been two guys tussling in a hallway, pulled the fire alarm. He's going to tell a story about, like, it was possible that a bunch of guys are hotboxing a room and had a fucking towel over it. That's not what hotboxing does. You don't really raise the temperature in a room enough to hit the sprinklers, even with the towel wrapped around the sprinkler. Like, that's not really how that works, per se. Unless they were also running the shower, like... Because my understanding is hotboxing just filled a fucking room full of smoke. Right? Anyway.
Is that people were hotboxing in a room. There was a towel put up on one of the sprinklers, I think, and it set off the alarm. I think that was it. I don't know if that's true. I've also heard that there was some kind of fight, like a play fight, like wrestling, you know, maybe a pillow fight. I don't know what Smashers do. I have no idea how much of this is true. Something happened, and the fire alarm got pulled, and the marshal came, and he said, this tournament is off. And there he is.
Everyone must vacate the premises immediately.
I was in this room. Dude really said the show has been canceled. He really did say that. I remember that. The show's over. By the way, all these kids sitting down don't believe this. They're like, fuck you. We're still playing in a tournament. Literally, nobody took this seriously. It was Smash culture at that time.
You can't stop Smash players from playing Smash. Guys are unstoppable.
Just be like, we'll make do.
The face of pure regret.
No, it's not. This is the face of, I'm playing in tournament. This is the first Smash 4 tournament. I've been practicing for weeks. I don't give a shit what this pig says. He's probably tweeting about how dumb that guy looks right now. Homie's really a cop wearing a tie? Get it together.
It quickly becomes apparent that the hotel was not fit to host an event, period.
It was not.
In fact, one of the ballrooms was at risk of collapsing just the same as the parking garage outside did just a few days prior.
Yes.
Connolly, the Secaucus mayor, informed NewJersey.com that multiple vehicles were parked in the fire lanes in front of the Clarion, presumably due to the damage to the parking garage.
I did that.
To clarify, yes, the roof collapsed. It was not a series of unfortunate events. If the roof didn't collapse, the event still wouldn't have been able to run.
The entire venue.
Reasons, and to put
I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, the roof collapsing is just like, here's the coffin, crack. It just adds to it, you know? It's fucking the shit, it's the feather on the top of the bullshit.
Completely unusable for the tournament.
I'm
with
somewhere
Apex
in there.
2015, because of that, I do empathize with the TOs because like they did their best to keep up with the growth, but unfortunately the venue just kind of like had no business being home to a 1,500, 1,600 person event.
It's money. That's it. It's money. That venue was horrendous. And you always know Apex is going to suck, like they said. Apex always sucks, year after year, but that's what we're used to. But that was, like, excruciating.
I can explain why this happens, by the way. If you book a venue, they don't believe you when you tell them how many people are going to show up. So when this guy heard there's going to be 1,000 fucking little idiots playing a video game at this place, he's like, 1,000 people aren't showing up. We can handle, like, 600. Yeah, sure, we can handle your fucking event. And, yeah. Venues, stop doing that.
Just like that, poof. Apex was over before it even started.
Man.
But as Dennis Watley once said, expect the best, plan for the worst, and prepare to be surprised.
The hero of this whole event, the guy who deserves the most credit by far, JT Gleason, after being basically bombarded with like, we need help, he's like, okay, let me talk to some people, right?
So this room was put together for a bunch of TOs, not even influencers, actually. I'll get to that in a second. But a bunch of people who actually do work, right? Figureheads. Like TOs, people making the calls, people putting stuff together. Smash has a lot of people who want to be in the room, but they don't want to do anything. Like, there's a lot of people who want the status of it, and I remember so many fucking people begging to be in this room. And they just wanted to sit on their phones. They wanted to sit in the corner, sit on their phones.
They wanted to be in
about
this
what
picture.
was happening. Yo, we're going to this place because you get the likes, right? Already, there's probably like double the people needed in this room, and it only got worse. There's a lot of people who just, it's homie code, dude. Oh, you're in that room? Bro, get me in there. I want to be a part of it. This room smells? Yeah, but it's not the Smashers. The room smells like mildew. Keep up.
Within a few hours, Apex staff.
That's way too many people. What the fuck is EE doing in this room? They're here. What are you gonna provide here, EE? What the fuck are you doing here? What did I just say? What did I just say about people trying to get in the room? There he is. He's just chilling in the back. He's vibing.
Vibing.
He's actually out here just, man. Maybe EE was instrumental in Apex 2015 happening. I don't know.
A certain upgrade in venue quality, especially given the tense situation, but still a venue that was almost 40 miles away from the original location.
Dude,
what we found out
yeah.
is the Garden State Convention Center would take our call.
Basically, Twitch paid for this new venue, which was 45 minutes away, or 40 miles away, so it was like an hour and a half, and everybody was like, how the fuck are we gonna get everybody there? And not only that, you have to move the entire venue of people 40 miles away, but you lose a day. You lose a day of the tournament. It's a 3-day tournament. You're running out of time. How are you going to make up for it? That is the miracle of Apex 2015.
By 4:30,
I got bad news for you. If you're competing, yeah, Twitch paid for the extra venue at the last second, so on an emergency fees. God knows how much they got absolutely tanked on that. And what's worse is, when you're running these events, you lost a day. You don't make it up in the early point. Nobody's awake for that shit. You backload it. And that's what makes, like, if a tournament like this is delayed and it gets backloaded on time, and, like, tournaments run late and late and late and late. The further, like, especially for a fighting game tournament, the later you go, the longer you go, the fucking number of games that you've played, the exhaustion starts to kick in. And I feel for anybody who's in these, like, big fighting game tournaments, gets to, like, the top 4. I don't think enough people recognize how many motherfucking games those guys have played by then. And then, you know, you go back to your hotel room at the end of the day, and what are you doing? You're not fucking sleeping. You're scrimmaging. You're getting those last little games in. You're trying to fucking figure out extra little things and whatnot. I insist upon resting on my time off, which is probably what makes me a worse player at all the games that I play. But I don't give a fuck. I prefer my rest. I prefer my sleep. It's not worth it half the time. Although this is for money most of the time, so it is worth it. To a certain degree.
that afternoon, volunteers and attendees alike were supporting to move game setups and heavy CRT televisions, all while staff looked to keep everyone informed of the change in scenery.
That's EE's job. He's the influencer. Okay, my bad. There he goes.
I'm like 2015 and keeping in touch. I'm trying to think what kind of fucking phone I had at 2015. I'm 39 now. It's 2022, so I would have been 32. Okay, I'm out of college. I'm working in a shitty job. I don't have the best of. Oh my god, I would have had the worst of times trying to fucking keep up with this. And I didn't have a portable battery at the time. I was broke as shit. I wouldn't have been at this tournament anyway.
They were like, the venue was still like putting power down and stuff, so I was just like, it's gonna be a long night.
I forgot about this part too. Yeah, that's a good point. Not only do you lose a day, people flew in from across the country, across the world. I know people from the UK who went. Yeah. This is, you guys gotta understand, Apex was the only tournament really of the year that would be this big. So people would come in from all over the globe to go to this. And for this to happen it's nuts.
Run a tournament scheduled for 3 days in 2.
Oh god, that's right. And they're running Melee, so they need to be moving CRT TVs for that fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh,
all of that would have gone out the window.
you're really hoping that somebody's mom loaned them the fucking minivan for this shit.
Junebug and Seagull Joe teaming. Man, look at that. Look at these two. DeBuzz and Denty, double Olimar? I'm gonna vomit. Disgusting.
Genesis would not be what it is today if things hadn't gone down.
I think that's something. That's the kind of side event I'd like to see, or maybe I'm not watching the right part of streams when it comes to gaming tournaments or fighting game tournaments. I want to see the doubles fights in Smash Brothers. That shit sounds wild.
Thing at Apex 2015.
I think overall it actually worked out in everybody's favor.
Not everybody. The hotel owner got dicked. Dude, imagine
The hotel owner shouldn't have been fucking running the tournament in the first place.
Like, your hotel is decrepit and condemned and it's shitty, and you're still running a tournament because pay out, right? You're trying to make some money.
Yeah, exactly.
And then some asshole hotboxes your room, throws a towel on the sprinkler, and then the cops show up and you're like, son of a bitch. I almost got away with it.
Different successes in the last few years in the Smash community can be attributed to the challenges that we had to overcome stemming from Apex 2015.
Also, like, this is when, this is the This is the Chillin' Leffen match. This is the biggest salty sweet in history. I actually have a story about that. I was walking around the venue, and I think I had to get something from Gimmer's room. So Gimmer's like, hey, can you go get this from my room? I'm like, yeah, give me your room key. I go get the room key.
Voice for those meddling kids. Those smelly Smash players have got me again.
They have a lot of streaming stuff in there. Inside, I don't expect to see anybody. I expect this room to be empty because everybody's in the venue. But no, inside is Papa Paint, along with Chillin' Dude. And Chillin' is standing there rapping in front of a green screen. I got to walk into the room when he was recording Respect Your Elders. I was there in the room. History was made right before my eyes. That room smelled dank as hell. I got a contact high just walking in. As soon as I went into the thing, it came back smoky. It came back. You know what? We all had fun. And I was like, what are you guys doing?
I swear to God, the second they legalized it here in Canada, there's one guy I travel with all the time in HeroClix tournaments. I swear to God, I'm gonna walk into his hotel room one day and it's gonna get hit with a wall of like I can smell it on him. It's not, and I don't have a problem with it. Understand this. I am cool with it. Whatever. The smell is actually not terrible. It's kind of like a pleasant skunk smell to a certain degree. But at the same time, like, he smokes this so much, I'm waiting for the day where the hotel room comes in. I open the door and I'm just like walking into a haunted house of smoke.
And Chillin's just like, oh, I'm just recording something. I was like, you do that. This tournament, so many things can really trace back to this, but I think this Salty Sweet in particular was such a big deal, dude. This kind of setup was insane. This crowd in 2015 is unprecedented. It's unheard of. Okay, the rest of the video is about the tournament, but what I will tell you, this was the first tournament where I met Void. Void was a young nobody from Hawaii. I was teaming with my friend Meek Speedy. I'm Ness in Smash 4, And we don't know how strong these characters are. They just came out. I just know DDD sucks. And we sit down to play a guy named Korean and a guy named Void. And we don't know who they are. Void locks in Sheik. We start the match, and I can't touch this fucking Sheik. He's so oppressive. And it's pissing me off. I was good at Brawl, and I was good at PM. So for me to just get run over by some asshole I've never met, I don't even know his name, I'm like, what the fuck is up with this guy? So I go to Meek, and I'm like, double team Fox. Double team Fox, you have to take Sheik. I can't do anything here. And so we start beating the hell out of Korean, and then Void is killing me at like 30, 40, gimping me with needles. But we beat the hell out of Korean. We destroyed that Fox, and we ended up winning the set. So my set total was
the kinds of things that you can't really have a story for in a one-on-one, right? That's why I want to watch 2v2s. Because that's just a different dynamic altogether. Like you were saying, it's a different game altogether, right, Slash?
Void is currently 1-0. Yep, it's true. I have a 100% win rate against Void. Perfect. We played in singles at Esports Arena. But
I have something like that in in HeroClix, where there's this guy. He is noted as like one of the best players in the world. A lot of people will refer to him as the best player. HeroClix doesn't have a lot in the way of accolades, but he has won worlds twice now. Once in teams and once in singles. Constructed. Teams is sealed. And he's also he's also placed second in Worlds the year after he won Worlds. He is one of the best players of HeroClix in the world. I have played one game with him. It was a friendly side game in a tournament in Windsor, Ontario. The one time we went to a tournament, there was ever like a fucking tournament worth going to in Windsor, Ontario, not just a local, like a bigger event. And I played against this guy in a friendly game, and it's the only time I've played against him ever. I've never played against him in a real tournament. I've never played against him in actual competitive play. It was just this one game, and I beat him because his dice absolutely murked him. And his dice were brutal to him in that game. And honestly, it's like I have played against other really good players, and I've had some good games with them. You know, I've had some 50-50 clashes with some really good players. I've just been absolutely crushed by some really good players too. But this one tournament and this one situation that I have over this guy, I don't bring it up often. I'm not even name dropping him right now. But I have this one game in the past in the back of my head that I played against this guy. As we haven't had a chance to run that game back. Carry on.
Did take a game. I lost, but it was 3-1. So, pretty good. 3-1, it was close though.
I wonder if he knows about that.
Believe me if I told you.
Like, I wonder if that's something that he's thinking about right now. He's like, wait a second, I never played, like, this guy was one of the big, like, I don't think it's even a thought in his head, you know? It's not even a consideration to him, if you ask me. Like, I'm positive that he's just like, whatever, doesn't matter, right? But over here, it's like, motherfucker, and the reason we've never played against each other is I have a nasty habit of taking some early losses.
It was? No? Okay. I hate you guys. Chant, yes, please. Support your streamer. Anyway, Apex 2015 was an absolute shit show all the way through. The tournament was non-functional at the beginning, and we had to move everywhere to actually get anything done. Apex 2015 is by far the worst tournament of all time. No question. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the end where everybody is talking about how cool it is that Melee lived.
I mean, how does the Smash scene always find a way? How is it humanly possible for this community to make the most out of a completely terrible situation?
Man, this is so optimistic.
I just realized I have a video of that game that I never released to my YouTube channel. There's a reason for it I'm not going to mention, but Holy shit. I just remembered that.
This is such an optimistic viewpoint, and I'm happy we have it. We need people like this.
I did it for the content, you know?
They do forget that it still ended at 3 a.m. since Sunday's schedule went terribly.
Despite the fact that
I forgot about
ran
that.
So long, I think till like 2 a.m.
That shit was
Everyone stayed.
mad late,
Like,
but the
everyone
room
knew
was
we were in the middle of
packed. Listen, we're making a lot of jokes, but sincerely, this tournament was the worst shit I've ever been to that turned into one of the most landmark tournaments of all time. This tournament was an absolute shit show, and yet now it will always be fondly remembered as the genesis in a lot of ways of Melee as we know it today. There's a lot of stuff in the middle that I glazed over because this is an entire tournament's worth of content and storylines, and there's so much here. Please check it out. Turn down for Walt. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to this channel first, though, because you're already here. And remember me and my tales at the...
All right, we got time. We'll watch
Really
this.
bad.
Cody adds the humor to it, so it's worth it to watch his
Yeah,
version.
2015 was a bad year. Bad year, truly. 2015 was tough. By the way, yeah, this guy's a NASCAR poster. It's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna take a second. He's about to say something. This is not the first time I've come across this thing. He's about to watch a video about Smash Brothers on a guy who usually posts about NASCAR. There's a video. I'm not a chance I'm ever gonna do a react to it because it's like a 45-minute video. But Zero Lenny is one of the most hilarious Dark Souls Bloodborne players I've ever seen. I think it's Scottish. He's definitely of the UK. He might be Irish. I don't know. He might even be English. I'm very bad at identifying the individual accents. It doesn't matter. One of the things that he has done, twice now he's done it, where he'll take a walkthrough and do a Dark Souls or Bloodborne run. Now, the video in question is the Bloodborne IGN Day 1 walkthrough that he did end to end of Bloodborne, and he'll take any build suggestions that they have, any weapon suggestions they have, so on and so forth, and use them to and use all of their instructions to get through the game. The IGN Day 1 Bloodborne walkthrough told you to use the wooden shield. Now, the reason it told you to use the wooden shield is that in 1.01, the shield blocked frenzy from certain enemies. But he played this like this year or last year. And that's been patched out a long time ago. So the only reason this whole thing tells you to use the wooden shield doesn't work anymore. It's bad information. In addition to which, you never used a fucking shield in Bloodborne. You're not supposed to use it. They tell you you're not supposed to use it by just in the description of the game, by making fun of you for using it, by making fun of shields in general. But in there somewhere, there's a boss guide on how to beat a specific boss. So Zero Lenny goes to this guy's YouTube channel, and it's like 90% of this guy's surveillance cameras outside of his house and this Bloodborne how-to video. Like the weird shit that just finds its way into something that somebody shares. It's fucking weird, man.
To see these channels and have these videos that are just like, it's NASCAR, Smash Brothers, NASCAR. I mean, I'll give it up. Good for him. But I have not seen this yet. I know nothing about it.
Now,
I hadn't even heard of this.
There's going to be a reason why he became a Smash Brother. He stopped doing Smash Brothers stuff.
Forever. I don't know what happened in 2015. So let's go ahead and take a look.
The day is February 28, 2015, and one of the biggest video game tournaments in the history of South Carolina is about to go straight to hell. What had started off as a landmark day for the Smash Brothers scene in South Carolina will slowly and painfully devolve into embarrassment and misery. But how did this all happen? How did it come to this? And why did it ruin the upstate South Carolina Smash scene for years to come?
I'll be the judge of this.
At the time, I was a broke-ass college dropout working 2 part-time jobs and just barely scraping by. So when I had the opportunity to make $50 at a video game tournament, I jumped at the opportunity.
Oh, I miss PM.
I'd send players to their correct stations, record the results, and move the bracket along. The show went a little late. I think I clocked nearly 9 hours that day, but making money off of video games was just too fun of a prospect to pass up.
Man, Esam with hair. gracious, bro.
You could let Brandon know that I wasn't interested in working again.
The Darth Vader shirt.
By the end of the year, I'd gotten so...
No, brothers. Why is he wearing a scarf? I think it's hot out. Everybody else, this dude's in a tank top.
This is going to be an observation I make about when I watch content in the States. And things based in places in the States. Yes, there's a lot of different things going on around here. And this is South Carolina, I think he said. I don't know what the weather in South Carolina is like. This is not my reference. My reference point, oh, well, dude, that Hat Man's unavoidable in any nerd-based gaming tournament. Like, I've seen 8 of those guys at a Magic Gathering tournament, 1 of them at a HeroClix tournament. I've seen 4 of them in the board game convention attached to Worlds at HeroClix. Like, yeah. I don't know why they... at this point, they have to be self-aware, right?
That guy's in a scarf.
Anyway, what I was saying is, I watch a show that's based in California. Now, my understanding is California's always hot. Like, there's maybe like a spring, fall that cools down. But from what I've heard, it sounds like it's always fucking hot. And then I'll see somebody in a show based in California wearing a coat, and it's like, how are you not dead?
It's like a member of Gryffindor.
Or a hoodie,
The
even.
biggest earner by far was Super Smash Bros.
A hoodie,
Released in 2000.
a hoodie indoors would make sense because they got to be blasting AC all the time there, right?
On the GameCube.
We
The
making
premise
the
of the game was
money.
fairly simple. Street Fighter V or Marvel vs. Capcom might get 20 or 30 people to show up,
Yeah.
but Smash Brothers routinely brought in 50, 70, sometimes even 80 people.
It's so funny too, because you kind of take it for granted as a smasher. You kind of just like if I played another fighting game, and I heard that 30 people were at a tournament, I'd be like, dead game. I'm not playing that shit. I gotta fight the same guy over and over in quarters? Fuck that. I'm not playing. No, I feel like as an FGC, like, I would not know what to do. Because I feel like that's such a low number coming from Smash, but it's so privileged. We are so lucky.
Melee, Project M, a mod for Smash Brothers Brawl.
For local numbers, those are
Smash
good,
Brothers Brawl
right?
for Wii U.
Like 30 people show up for a local tournament? That's got to be
Run
pretty
out a
good.
venue to deal with the massive crowd.
For any
An
game.
Art Center. Commentators would have the biggest matches of the day.
Dude, there was a cursed time. I want you guys to know this. Before Smash 4, Smash commentators would wear whatever they wanted. They would wear hoodies, they would wear shirts, they would wear jackets, they would wear overalls, they would wear jumpsuits, they would wear whatever they wanted. Now, Smash commentators will wear basically whatever they want. They'll wear hoodies, they'll wear their team sponsors, tank tops, whatever. During one time between 2014 and 2016, we all got dressed up, and I don't know why.
It wasn't just fighting game tournaments. StarCraft was doing this, and Heroes of the Storm was doing this for a bit, and it's like, why? Not Heroes of the Storm. League of Legends? Right? Like, why are you guys all in fucking suits? You guys must be miserable.
I think we all wanted to make Nintendo happy. We were all like, maybe Nintendo will notice us. Literally, all of us.
Turns out later on you didn't want
Not a
Nintendo
joke.
to notice
We
you
wore
at all.
Button-ups. A lot of them would wear blazers and ties, and it's so funny that now we've reverted back.
In January, the event is
Simps,
beginning to
kind
take
of.
shape, and more people
Yeah,
are
a
generating
little.
buzz about Olympus. Evan and Matt were originally expecting somewhere in the neighborhood of 150, but now it looks like more than 200 will show up.
Oh, gosh.
There are overflow rooms available, and Matt and Evan seem like they're set and ready to deal with the extra crowd size when I asked them about it. But it's worth noting that they
Oh,
aren't just making
man.
money on entry fees. There's also a venue fee of $10, so they make money on every person that enters the art center that day, whether they're running in the tournament or not. The showrunners are financially incentivized to get as many people through the door as possible. This would end up being the single biggest fatal flaw in the entire tournament.
Oh, God. Was Overwatch out before this? Same time? This was the beta? Okay. I didn't know if this was, like, taken after the event
God, Overwatch is that old now, eh? Fuck.
or what. It, like, fucked with my brain. I was like, what?
Another guy is there setting up coolers all over the place. He works with Red Bull, the energy drink company, and is just there to supply free energy
There's
drinks
a
for
bunch
some
of
brand
coolers
recognition.
everywhere.
One small problem. He's brought the wrong brand of Red Bull. He pulls all of his materials as we're still setting up unfolding tables and chairs, and he'll have to drive all night back to Charlotte to get the right stuff and bring it back on the day of the tournament. That poor bastard.
Oh my God.
Wait, they can't let you rock with the normal Red Bulls? He had brought the wrong Red Bull and they're making him go back. Just let him use that one. I can't believe they would do that to him. That's so sad.
As we're finishing setting up the room, the manager...
He must have brought the sugar-free stuff. Why would you send anybody back with Red Bull? And fuck, if it's the sugar-free stuff, you leave it behind. I'll drink it. Part of my diet.
The venue tells us to pack up and move everything. What? Why? Well, there's a poetry reading happening tonight in the main hall, and he wasn't told we were converting the venue tonight. Apparently, some sort of horrific miscommunication had occurred. We ask if we can just wait it out and set up later, but this poetry deal is going to take hours. We pile everything back up into our vehicles and agree to set up everything on the day of show. All of us except Evan. Evan had invited a few Smash players from out of town to crash at his place before the event.
That's usually
Except
how it
that
goes.
during his communication with them, several more people had been quote-unquote invited to stay at Evan's residence. There's more than a dozen people at that 2-bedroom condo, and they're playing Smash and roughhousing well into the night.
This shit happened all the fucking time. This shit sucked. Homie code? You would invite 3 people from out of state. This happened to me.
If you want to see murder in my eyes, you invite somebody else when I invited you to my house. Without telling me, without conversing with me. And then you let it get out of hand. I will fuck your life up.
So fucking much. I'd be like, hey man, hey, you guys want to come down? Yeah, you can stay at my place. You invite some people down.
Or, all you motherfuckers are sharing one air mattress. You will be limited to a square footage in my apartment. If you have to sleep on top of each other, you sleep on top of each other. You don't fuck with my living space. I am limited in my space as it is.
And then 3 people become 4, become 5, become 6, become 7, and then you're living like fucking sardines. It was so bad. I'm so glad we're past this era. Good God.
Some don't show up and
get a fucking hotel room.
There's so many people at Evan's place that some...
The conditions you'd be staying at my place in if you overcrowd somebody else's place, it's worth it for a shitty $40 hotel. You're better off. Like, I don't care how shitty a $40 hotel is. Sleeping on my motherfucking bug-infested floor is probably worse.
Some are even sleeping on the stairs.
Yeah.
But another problem arises.
It's so weird
We don't
to
have
look
enough
at now.
setups. GameCubes and 14-year-old copies of Melee don't exactly grow on trees, so we can't just run out and buy more. But Matt and Evan say that's taken care of. They've offered to halve the door fee of anybody who brings in a complete setup. TV, GameCube...
I'll be right back. I just gotta pop to the washroom. Alright, let's get back to it. Try to finish this bad boy up.
A copy of Smash. Wait, hold up. Another group of people getting their door fees waived? So
Yeah.
we're chipping away at our main source of revenue.
I don't know if you caught that, but they had a cool idea where it's like, it's hard to come across fucking CRT TVs and copies of Melee. It's fucking old ass game. So let's charge everybody 50% if they bring their TV, GameCube, and a copy of Smash.
fee of anybody who brings in a complete setup. TV, GameCube, and a copy of Smash. Wait, hold up. Another group of people getting their door fees waived? So we're chipping away at our main source of revenue. We open up the doors and start registering people at 9 a.m. sharp. There's a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people.
You know what's insane? I don't recognize anybody in this video. I know Esam, that's it.
It was hours
that's
before I
crazy.
could even see the end of the line. So many people, in fact, that people are coming up to us by 10 a.m. saying that there's nowhere to park, and they weren't wrong. The Clemson Art Center's parking lot was barely enough for the...
What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
This is a lot of fucking wasted space when it comes to parking.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's maybe 25 parking spaces here. What the fuck? Where will they go?
But we never gave anybody at that location a heads up as to what we were doing. We kind of just
They're all
told
getting
people
towed.
to park there and prayed that nobody got towed.
They're all getting
Also,
towed.
this is done by word of mouth and a loudspeaker. Facebook posts are made, but by now it's way too late. People are parking all over the grounds, all up and down Butler and Gant streets. It's honestly a miracle we didn't get the cops called on us for creating a massive...
There's cars
traffic jam of
everywhere.
parked cars in the area. The final tally of unique players at that event isn't 150, it's 260.
Oh
We
my
are in no
God.
way prepared to deal with this many people,
Oh.
most of which come from out of state. Plus, we don't just have 200...
I'm running a venue. We're gonna run a gaming event. What kind of game? Fighting games. What fighting games? Smash Brothers at... Hold on a second. How many are you expecting? 500. How many can we hold? 500. We can't handle you. That's it. That's... If I'm running a venue and I hear the word Smash Brothers, forget it. You're lying to me.
360 people plus their entourage.
Yeah.
It's impossible to tell, but there's at least 320 people there by most estimates.
Yeah, I was
Despite
gonna
the
say,
cold
it's always
February
bigger
air
than the
outside,
entrance. Yeah.
The inside of the venue is already starting to get hot and humid with that many people crowded inside. But during registration, I also had to take care of giving out discounts to people who brought setups. I'm directing those people to Josh and Will, who have to pick places to place the systems. One kid even
where are
brings
you
a
gonna put
30-inch tube TV on a pair of hand trucks as his setup.
Why?
I hear Josh say over my shoulder, "Hell no, get that thing out of here." The kid protests, saying that he brought a full setup and wants his discount.
30 inches?
Before
Jesus
long, all of the
Christ.
overflow rooms are filled too. And now
Why?
we turn people
What
away
does it
who brought
matter
full
with
setups.
you?
Yeah.
About 30 setups get turned away, but to avoid the ire of any players, we still give them a discount. About 60
Thanks, you
people
tried.
have Menu fees cut in half.
Oh my God.
Melee doubles ends an hour late, and melee singles are started at least 2 hours
They
behind
lost
schedule.
$300 there.
150 people have registered just for that tournament alone. I try to get a hold of Matt Sharp during the ordeal, but there's one big problem. Matt Sharp is participating in the tournament.
No!
Motherfucker, if you're running a thing, don't play in the thing. God fucking damn it.
Dude, when people who are running the tournament play in the tournament, I forgot that used to be a thing. That doesn't really happen at tournaments I go to anymore, I guess because I don't go to locals. This shit would kill brackets. It was so bad.
Wait, what about all those volunteer assistant TOs? Well, they're not wearing any staff t-shirts, there's no way to identify them, they don't have any walkie-talkies, and we don't have their cell phone numbers to text them. A good chunk of them were from the same group that had driven all the way from Myrtle Beach, clear on the other side of the state. When they all got eliminated early, they just dipped and left us for dead.
I'm volunteering here. We're all out. Oh, fuck it, let's go home.
Experience.
Those unused
Hell.
setups get commandeered by players wanting to play friendly and money matches outside of bracket.
Yeah.
One thing to remember about Smash players is that they live for Smash.
Yes.
They want to play it 24/7.
Yeah,
So when we find a
it's
free
weird.
setup to run bracket matches on, we have to shoo away a bunch of players trying to play friendlies.
I would be livid if, like, okay, part of your organization when you're running a tournament, hey, this is our tables for the tournament. If we catch you on these fucking things while we're running the tournament games, I'm gonna fucking kick you out of the goddamn venue. Plain and simple. Can you imagine? You're like, okay, you guys are gonna play over. Get the fuck out of here. You guys can go over. What the fuck? You're back?
The attention of the tournament entrants, corral them to the setup, and then shoo away the new Smash players who've already taken up residence at that setup again.
This is what I'm talking about.
It's so...
Get out. All right, guys, you're gonna be playing over here.
Weird. Smashers want to play Smash so fucking much. I get that you're there to play the video game, But like, if you're ever at a national and like top 8 is going on the screen, there are hordes of people not watching. They're just there to play. And like, you know, that's fine. But like, you could have done that anywhere. By top 8 day, how do you still not have enough Smash in your system?
At one point around 4 or 5.
I have the same question for anything. It was like, there's got to be a point where it's time to go to the bar. Especially in Worlds, which used to be held in Ohio for HeroClix. There's a barcade across the street. Motherfuckers, we're done. Let's go. But the finals is going on. Somebody will tell us on the internet. We don't have to fucking go. Somebody is filming the game. We'll watch it later. I want beer. I want video games. I don't want this game anymore. I've played enough.
Evan spots Will moving dividers outside to the backyard of the venue. Evan asks Will what he's doing. Will responds, "We need these to keep the sun out of people's eyes." "What?" Evan asks, not understanding what's going on. Will takes Evan outside. Somebody has run an extension cord outside, and there are several stations set up outdoors. Evan asks Will,
"That's kind
are
of
these
sick.
tournaments in bracket?" Will answers dejectedly, "I don't know, and I really don't care at this point."
That's a cool idea. Bro, playing outside is
That would be great if the skies are clear and there's no rain coming up or anything like that. Sure. That would be awesome. Get me outside of the fucking room with the smelly people. And some of them probably showered before they got there, and within 15 seconds are antiperspirant is a fucking joke.
kind of
Antiperspirant over deodorant for a tournament, guys. It smells better when your body goes up in heat.
based. I like that. Outside Smash rules.
Melee singles is a complete mess.
Hey, at least
By
it
6
didn't
p.m.,
rain.
Matt and Evan
At
tell
least
me
it
they
didn't
have under
rain,
control
right?
and want me to organize Smash 4 singles, which are already running an hour behind. Smash 4 was the newest game in the series that had just released a few months ago.
Which
As
made
such,
it the
this game
best.
requires HD flat screens and newer consoles. Thankfully, the players have the setups in spades, but the overflow rooms are all taken. So I grabbed Josh and
Oh,
Will
I didn't
and we
even
started putting
realize.
together
Yeah, you
setups
can't
in
even
the
play on the
hallway.
same setups.
Smash 4 singles was run entirely in the hallways in the foyer of the venue.
All these Melee players acting like they're
Fucking Melee players pushing the new game out, right?
so good. You guys
I think Ultimate is actually outnumbering Melee in participation now, right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
go play in the hallway. You put the new game in the hallway? Come on. We're the new game. We deserve the spot.
At this point, only PM singles and doubles are left.
Yeah.
He answers, "We're about halfway done." I relayed this information to
I mean, it probably doesn't help that Nintendo hears Melee. It's like, stop your fucking tournament now. Stop it. Put it down. No. Put the GameCube away. We stopped selling those.
Evan and he breathes a sigh of relief. As we enter the final few rounds of Smash 4 a couple of hours later, I go back to Matt and ask how PM singles is going. He says, "We just started."
Oh, so he lied.
Matt says an assistant TO had told him that they were running singles, so he kept playing in his doubles match. As soon as he realized a screw up, he canceled.
Fuck me. It's like, what do you mean you guys haven't fucking started? I concede. I gotta go run a tournament, apparently.
The final bit of PM
Oh
doubles
my
and split
God.
the pot 5 ways. I was at a loss for words. It was well past 9 p.m. at this point. Melee singles had taken 7 hours to complete, and PM singles had a similar number of players and was going to take just as long. There is no
At
hope of
9
getting it done.
p.m.?
I am now on a sinking ship with no damage control options left.
So, I think some people might be watching this and be thinking, you know, who cares? It's not a big deal. Just start the tournament or do it the next day. When you have a tournament this big, you have people coming in from everywhere. So you have people driving 2-3 hours, and they probably don't plan to be there every single day. If they have lodging somewhere, like a hotel or something, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You
no.
have to get it all done on
These
that
things
same
have to
day.
run the way they're
So,
supposed to run.
They're kind of fucked.
We have to be out of the venue by midnight, but Evan talks with the manager of the property and negotiates another hour. But 1 a.m. is the hard cutoff. We
You
have
gotta
to be
play
packed up
mad
and out of the venue
fast.
by then.
Project M needs like a hacked Wii to run, right?
The manager is locking the doors
One-stop
at 1 a.m.
games.
regardless of who or what is still inside. At midnight, PM Singles has finished its pools and moved to a 32-man double elimination bracket, but Evan and Matt call it quits.
They have 1 hour to do a 32-man bracket.
Prize pot will be split 32 ways.
That's probably easier to run nowadays because Wii's are
Just enough
being
to
sold
pay
all
out.
over the place.
Some players beg Evan to continue the tournament over at his house, but Evan has had enough and refuses.
True.
It'll be 1 a.m. by the time the venue is cleared out, and 1:30 by the time he rolls back to his apartment. As me and Josh are packing up the setups that belong to Olympus, some people are...
Can we just finish the tournament at your place? Get the fuck out.
Even still, still trying to play friendly matches if we try to herd people out the door.
Stop!
Brad unceremoniously rips an extended cord from the...
These fuckers, we're trying to shut down. Can you guys just stop playing Smash? No, stop playing Smash. Just stop. You need to stop. You can't stop them.
Stop playing the fucking game!
Matches into darkness. We kind of just stand there a while not knowing what to say. Evan hands me, Josh, and Will Benjamin a piece, and we all head back to our homes.
Oh my
Josh and I were
God,
roommates at
dude.
the time, and we had driven to the tournament together. We didn't say much on the ride back. It was a total disaster, and there wasn't much left to discuss. Plus, we were just too tired. What
Yeah.
few stories we do exchange were just us venting from the whole ordeal. We tried to piece together what went wrong, but we soon realized that listing what went right would make for a shorter list. On the 45-minute drive back to Pattersville from Clemson, we spot one bright spot on the way back. The welcoming red neon glow of a Jack-in-the-Box. We stop for a consolatory burger, but my stomach is so tore up from drinking Red Bull all day that I can't even finish it. I come home, pick up an Amazon package at my door.
If Red Bull is the only thing you've been drinking all day, the next food item that you eat is going to be the worst thing you try to eat ever, because it does something like, and it's only when you drink too much of it, it does something to your stomach. And I can't explain it, but whatever you put in there, one, isn't staying in there, and two, is going to taste and feel horrible. You might as well eat barbed wire.
And fall face first onto my bed. The next day, the reviews are starting to trickle in on Smash boards and social media.
Dude, this is tough. When people start
I know this because I have done it on several occasions. Because I used to have a problem. I'm over this problem. It took a couple years to get over it, but when it came to competitive events, I couldn't eat. Before a competitive event, I could not eat. I tried once. We went to an IHOP before one day at the Worlds event, and I tried to eat, and I fucking couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't understand it. My nerves and anxiety were so high that food would just be the most disgusting thing I could look at. I would try to eat it, and my stomach would be like, just put the Red Bull in you, you'll be fine. You get to the end of the day, it's like all I've had is way too much Red Bull to keep me up because I have no energy from having no fucking food. Guess how I got fat? These kinds of bad habits that I developed were part of my getting fat problem.
viewing your tournament. Oh no. Yeah, this is when you start getting blown the fuck out.
Olympus was the worst Smash tournament in the history of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Bar none. The players from Georgia are ripping us to shreds. Evan and Matt go completely.
This guy. So actually, I have a not so good story about this event. Really? Actually, is that true? You don't say. You had a bad experience here at a tournament that didn't end until 1 a.m. and top 32 was split evenly $15 each?
Evan and Matt go completely dark, not even attempting to do damage control for fear
No.
of further antagonizing people. And chief among the angry tournament goers is Fatality, one of the biggest names in the Smash community both then and now. He was there and his scathing review of the tournament was entirely earned, but to his credit, he did give us some constructive criticism. In the months that ensued, Evan laid low but eventually got back into holding tournaments, and had quite a bit of success in later years, having learned from his mistakes in 2015.
Good for him.
He also knew not to even go near the Olympus name for future tournaments.
True.
Instead, he focused on using Olympus as the brand for his esports team. He had some success with the guys on his roster.
Is that
Instead, he focused
Arfang?
on using Olympus as the brand for his esport
That's Arfang. Good for them.
team.
Good shit.
He had some success with the guys on his roster.
Oh, that's
playing
literally
at the smaller
Arfang.
tournaments and placing
I think I
well in the bigger
commentated that
ones,
match,
But in
yes,
2020,
okay.
Evan sold off the team to pursue other opportunities. As for me, I never ran another tournament ever again.
No.
The reputation of the upstate Smash scene was pretty well tarnished by that point. Evan told me sometime later that after a vase had been broken in one of the runoff rooms, he ended up only netting 1K for the event. Considering the headache that it was, the months of planning that had gone into it, and the damage to his
Some idiot broke a vase and he only got $1,000 net profit from the whole fucking thing.
And even if another tournament had popped up, I probably would have declined to help out anyway. We bit off more than we could chew, and at any point, any one of us could have stepped up to say so. The writing was on the wall early on, but we were so blinded by the money and the glory that nobody wanted to speak up.
The money and the glory. All of the fame and fortune of a $100 check. Listen, I've been him. Truly. I've been this young man. At Apex 2015, for all the hours I did of work, for everything that I did, I got paid $50 for the whole weekend, and I was thrilled. I wasn't even young. I was 26. 26. I was 26 years old, and I got paid $50 for Apex.
That's the thing. Sometimes for an event, the stories are enough.
Jobs at 26. I had a big boy job. I had a big boy job.
And that's why
I
it
just
didn't
also
bother him.
commentated Smash events. I've been this guy.
He went to the tournament.
The
They gave him a couple bucks, and it's like, fucking sweet. I was just gonna fucking be here. Whatever, man.
I really do. It wasn't like I signed up for $50. This is how the environment worked. I want you guys to picture this. We got asked if we wanted to commentate an event, and we were like, yeah. And then we just showed up. We didn't get told what we were getting paid. We just got told we were getting paid. I'll never forget the first big boy paycheck I ever got from Smash was from some 2GG event. I don't think it was Civil War. And I didn't think I was getting paid. I got the invite, and I thought that's all I was getting, was an invite out and a hotel. We never talked about payment. And then I got home, and I had a check in the mail from them, I think it was Esports Arena, for several $100s. Huh? And the rest is history. But yeah, I've been this guy. I get it.
The difference between local and big boy events, right?
Anyway, that about wraps it up. I'm Slapshoes, and I'm sorry you had to watch this.
Listen, as somebody who didn't go to the event, I accept your apology. You're right, we can laugh about this later. We can have a hearty chuckle. You did a bad job. This kind of shit happens, man, and I feel for this guy, because this poor guy, like, he got put in such an like, you don't sign up for this. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's gonna happen. And then this shit just plops into your lap. I have less sympathy if you have a series that's a national series over many years, and consistently your pools start at 8 p.m. There's one event that was notorious for being a huge issue in terms of timing. It was crazy. All those tournaments were disasters, truly. Okay, well, this one was pretty bad. I don't know if it's the worst tournament I've ever seen. I was at Apex 2015, and I'm going to look into that next. But I hope you guys enjoyed this look back into the...
All right. That was our day today. Lots of fun stories to watch, and our core A gaming. Hopefully next week, I mean, obviously this week, this won't... Next week, this won't be quite in bad condition, so I'll probably be in a little bit more of a better mood to get some more games in. Tomorrow, I'm going to post after lunch around 1 p.m., 2 p.m. On the Discord, and maybe update the Twitch schedule as well as to what game I'm going to play tomorrow. If I can get the tutorial time in for my lunch break, if I get my lunch break tomorrow for King of Fighters, I'm going to play King of Fighters. If not, I'm going to play something else. I haven't decided what that something else is. We have to kind of play it by ear. But that's kind of where we're going to stand now. In the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow night. Slash, thanks for hanging out with me. I love our Strive Night. Strive Night will be back to Wednesday next week. This week was just really wacky because of this thing. So by next week, everything should be in good order. In the meantime, tomorrow, have a good night, get a good night's sleep, and see you later.